Good morning. So I just finished about a 2.5 mile run. First one in at least 6 weeks. I have not been taking care of myself with exercise over this last time, and I've been processing a lot, so I've been trying to give myself some grace in that. But it's a gorgeous morning and I felt called to get out and get moving. And as I was running, I ran around our block, which is 2.5 miles, but it's our neighborhood and it's roads that I drive on every day. I have driven past the houses and the trees and everything hundreds of times. And I noticed this morning, set back in the woods, now the leaves are falling off the trees, I noticed like an old stone structure that I've never seen before. Almost, I don't even know how old it is. I mean, this neighborhood used to have shipyards, so it could be 200 years old for all I know. But it's like cobblestone and it just looks like an old shed or maybe a workshop that somebody used, or a storehouse. And it got me to thinking that it must be a really strong structure for it to have lasted all this time. And still, I mean, I didn't get a close look at it, but it still looked, the walls were standing upright. I think the roof might have collapsed in, but the door was still on the front. There were still holes for the windows. And so I got the message that our strength is buried deep. It's buried deep within us. And oftentimes we don't see it or feel it because it's buried so deep. And it's covered by all the external stuff, all the stuff that gets our immediate attention, that distracts us from what's buried deep, from the most important things that are within us. And so I was running along and I passed a speed limit sign, it said 25 miles per hour. And, it hit me that our perception shapes our perspective. And that's something that I've heard before from A Course in Miracles. But it got me to thinking about it again, and that sign really means nothing, but depending on how you look at it, it could mean a few things, depending on your perception of it. So you may be driving along in a hurry to get to your destination and you see a 25 mile per hour sign and you think, oh, now I've got to slow down. It's going to take me longer to get where I need to go. I don't want to slow down. This is holding me up. This is so inconvenient. I need to get where I'm going. And you're just focused on the need to get where you're going. Or you could see the sign as an invitation to slow down. Maybe there's something along that road that you need to see, that you need to observe. Maybe you need more time for yourself to look within, to focus on your inner strength of getting where you think you need to go. Slowing down or going faster, it's all the same. But in slowing down, it gives us more opportunity to observe and search within. We might feel impatient and hurried in the slowing down because we just have this pull outside of us to get there, just to get to the destination, instead of enjoying what's along the way. And on that particular street, there are a number of really beautiful homes that if you were going 50 miles an hour, you would miss. But when I run along that street, I see so much more, just like that stone structure that I've driven by hundreds of times and I've never seen. I've even run on that road dozens of times. I've never seen it before. And I saw it for the first time today because I was slowing down. I was looking around. I was observing. I was open to receiving whatever messages Spirit had for me today. And so as I continued running, I saw a tractor. It was tilling the land. I guess it was probably cleaning up from whatever the harvest was for the summer or the fall, and preparing the ground for the winter so that when spring comes, it'll be ready to go. And it made me think of maintenance. You know, we need to maintain ourselves, and Spirit will send us signs to do that. And oftentimes we get so caught up in what's outside of us that we miss the signs, or we flat out ignore the signs. And when we allow ourselves to maintain, those signs come as gentle reminders, little nudges. When we don't, the signs get louder and more in our face. And depending on how blatant we are at ignoring them or missing them, they'll continue to get louder and louder and stronger. And eventually, the sign can come in a pretty strong message of stop. Whether it's an illness, minor or serious, or an accident, again, minor or serious, a cut on the finger or a car accident. For me, it was a literal physical, mental, spiritual breakdown that just forced me to stop, because I was ignoring and not paying attention to all of the other signs that I had been sent. And so as I finished the run, I was kind of looking up and noticing the electrical lines that run along our street, and it made me think of connection, energetic connection, and how everything is connected. And where you place your attention is what you're connected to. Where you place your attention is what you're energetically connected to. And you hear the phrase, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe. And it's true, but literally your energy, your attitude is going to attract into your existence everything, not just people, but everything that impacts your daily life. From the job that you have, how you interact with your kids, you know, your environment around you. And so as I'm looking up, a whole flock of crows, I mean, there were probably 36 of them, flew overhead. And a lot of people look at crows and they think, oh, they're a bad omen, they're a bad sign. That was a bad sign. To me, it was a confirmation of energetic connection and where you place your attention. And to me, it's a confirmation of focusing on spirit, of focusing on higher vibration and higher energy and magic. Crows are kind of magical to me. And so as I'm finishing up, I'm thinking, this is all great information. I'm gonna at least record a voice memo, but I really want to get my YouTube channel started, and this would make a great video. But I don't know, you know, questioning myself. I don't know if I should do it. You know, I've been kicking this around for so long and I've just not done it, and I'm not prepared, and I didn't think I was going to do this today. And then a bald eagle flew right overhead. And eagles are always my sign from spirit that I'm on the right path. They are my confirmation that I am heading in the right direction and that I am following what I'm being called to do. So I guess the message from the run today is that your strength is very deep. It's your foundation. And a lot of the times it gets covered by the external stuff. All the stuff that looks like it's important on the outside, and we work so hard to make it look good to everyone else so that we look good. And Spirit is constantly sending us signs to focus on our strengths, to go within, to find our magic, to follow our calling, to maintain ourselves and take care of ourselves so that we can continue to be strong. And we just need to stop sometimes and slow down and focus on the opportunities, and instead of the challenges that are inviting us to dig deeper and uncover our strengths and move forward towards our calling, towards what we feel we should be doing for ourselves, for our purpose in this life. So I hope that this resonates with someone. I would love a comment if any of this sings to your heart. And thanks for watching.